Yeah, they got it bumping. Leg drop, boot to the face, we won't fold. Quick to put a dude in this place, he out cold. With a tombstone, grapple the waist, get laid flat. Can't escape, nowhere to go, the cage match. It's on now, when I spot him, it's no problem. Everybody stone cold till they hit with the rock bottom. Sharpshooter, I won't miss him like Bret Hart. Like Al Snow, they gon' need him a head start. I just might catch a better body than Mickey James. Get acquainted with the name, we bringin' the pain. Like Kane in the ring, all I see is red. Paul Bearer, Undertaker, I can see the dead. John Cena putting hands in your face. Ted DiBiase, keep a milli on the waist. B2TF, better stay in your place or get smacked down, play it safe. What you talking about? Yeah, they got it bumping. Leg drop, boot to the face, we won't fold. Quick to put a dude in this place, he out cold with a tombstone.
Welcome to another episode of Boot to the Face here live on YouTube. I'm your host Chris Rucker along with my co-host EJ Reed, and we are here to talk about all the things in professional wrestling, including a big time title change on WWE NXT this week. And there's a little thing that happened on SmackDown also. But EJ, how you doing?
Man, I can't complain. How you doing, man?
I'm all right. I failed you, EJ. We were supposed to be doing dry January.
Oh man, I was about to say, how's it going? About a third of the way in, and you say you failed?
Yeah, I failed yesterday.
How?
I drank.
What
do you mean?
I know how. But why?
I just it seemed like the thing to do.
Where were you at?
Just drinking. My girlfriend was out of town, and I was alone with my thoughts. And so, in honor of me failing dry January, I figured I would try here on Boot to the Face, this esteemed pro wrestling podcast, another flavor of WWE's malt liquor. Slammin' Blueberry.
I can't remember what you said about the first one that you tried.
It was trash.
Okay.
But this one was $1.99 for... $1.99 is a pretty good price for a drink this size, 10% alcohol. That tells me everything I need to know about it. For TKO to drop their prices, it must be a shitty product.
Have you took a sip of it yet?
No, I just opened it.
Live taste test now.
Live taste test. Here we go. Oh, that's garbage. Oh my God. It tastes like a Now Later and ink.
Ugh. How do you know what ink tastes like, though?
You never fucking chewed on your pen when you were in school?
Oh, that type of ink. I thought you meant, for some reason, my head went to the computer ink directly for some reason.
I mean, it's technically the same shit, isn't it?
I think it's slightly different, but that's not a good taste.
I finished the other one. I'm not drinking that one. That shit's garbage.
What is it supposed to be? Is it supposed to be basically like a
it's a
high noon or something like that?
It's a Seagram's. It's supposed to be like the Jack Daniels drinks, like the fucking wine coolers and shit. It's a malt liquor.
Okay.
So it's it's supposed to be fruity.
Like the Smirnoff type of.
Yeah, but a little heavier. But it's Slammin' Blueberry. I'm gonna give it one more try, just because. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. It wasn't good. That's not. No.
It's supposed to be the PG company, and they got like this liquor. Like, don't you think kids are gonna want to try that? They see that on the shelves.
Kids can't try that if they're not 21, EJ.
Yeah, but most of the company is like the family PG company, and they marketing liquor like TKO. You watch The Boys?
Are they really PG? Have you seen what some of the fucking women be wearing out there? Are they really PG?
That's different. That's like on their own timing. But
I'd rather my kids try alcohol than fucking have ass cheeks all in their face. That's a lie. I'd rather my kids have ass cheeks.
Hey, what? What? What was the? You seen The Boys?
Yeah, that's my shit.
What's the name of the company that owns the superheroes?
Vought.
Yeah, Vought. That feel like TKO's Vought. Like they'll market anything if it's gonna make them money. Like they had the cartoons with the Homelander cartoons and everything. Homelander everything, and
We're gonna have Cody
they got
Rhodes cartoons pretty soon.
Exactly. They're gonna have. Then they have like a theme park, the Vought theme park. They had like everything. I feel like that's what TKO is now.
It's called WWE The World.
Also, basically TKO and Vought are like the same people.
Yeah, evil, money hungry, not giving a fuck about everybody else.
Yeah, but besides you giving into dry January, what else you do this weekend?
Just fucking chilled. Like I said, I was alone, so didn't really get into too much.
Yeah, I had like some training I had to do, like some member intake training with my fraternity. So we had to watch these videos. We met up and watched these like modules that we had to do, and it had like pizza and beer, and like being around alcohol, you think I give in, but I've been doing good so far, and I live by myself, and I hadn't had a temptation to drink. So like I said, about a third of the way into it, I think I could last like that's how I could. Every time I do like a dry month, that's how I know when I'm not an alcoholic, because after the first few days, you don't even really notice that haven't drinking. I remember didn't you do like 90 days last year or something like that?
75, and went to Vegas.
Yeah, so
I feel like you just took a shot at me though. Like, yeah, if you can't go a couple days without it, you're an alcoholic.
Nah, you went 75 last year. So
75 hard. You're right though. Like after the first couple weeks of not drinking anything, you're like, I don't fucking need to anymore. Like, not that you ever need to, but it's like I'm just stubborn enough to where once I got like 2 weeks in, I'm like, I'm fucking finished now. The drinking wasn't even the hardest part of that fucking challenge. It was working out 2 times a day, like finding the time for that shit.
Yeah. Speaking of working out, I bought me a stationary bike. You could probably see like the very handle of it in the background if you look at my back towards the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent like all this morning getting it together, and I finally got to the last part, which are the pedals. Right pedal screwed in fine, left pedal is fucking defective. This fucking left pedal unscrewed in. I was so pissed. I'm like, I did all this work for the left pedal not screwed in, so I had to contact Amazon and tell them. I'm hoping they just send me like a replacement pedal, because if not, then they got to send me a whole replacement.
You got to take the whole fucking thing apart and send it back to them. They're gonna send you another one.
Some bullshit. I don't feel like, well, whatever. I'll do that probably next weekend, and I don't feel like taking that shit apart again.
That happened.
What happened to you before?
It happened to me once with a grill. I bought a grill when we bought our house in Canton. Bought a grill. I spent like 4 hours putting this fucking thing together, and it shouldn't have taken that long. But like, the directions are awful.
Yeah.
So I go to Walmart to actually. Rewind. There was one piece that was kind of fucked up, but I was like, whatever, I'll make do. Like, it ain't that big of a deal. So I go to Walmart to get like a cover for it, and I see there's a Pit Boss charcoal, gas, electric smoker, 3-in-1 for $300. I paid $300 for this regular fucking grill. So I called and I'm like, hey, I put this thing together. Like, can I bring it back? They were like, yeah, you don't have to take it apart. Just bring it back. Not only did I bring that one back put together, I bought the grill that was on display at fucking Walmart because I didn't want to do all that shit together. So if you do have to send that back, I'd fucking go to a store or somewhere and see if you can just buy the display model that's already put together. Might even be cheaper.
I bought it off Amazon. So how am I supposed to do that?
Yeah.
So it's a headache. We'll see. Because the Amazon put me in contact with the direct seller, so I'll wait to see what they say to do. They might just be able. I'm hoping they just could send me a replacement part, so I don't have to take it apart. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But that was my morning.
Well, speaking of fitness, I started a bodybuilding program, so I'm really fucking sore right now. I did 95 reps on the bench press yesterday.
95. That's insane.
Yeah, it was like at 60% of what your max is or whatever. You're just like doing 10 reps and then you move up a little bit. Like my first 20 reps were 95 pounds on the bar. Now, that's not a lot, but by
Yeah,
the time
after a
you get
while.
to fucking rep 95 with 145 pounds on the bar, that shit was heavy as hell.
So were you do increments of increasing weight? I
Yeah.
guess.
So I did the first 20 was 95 and then the next 5 sets like the weight was going up. I think I topped out at 155 and then had to turn around and go do fucking 3 sets of 10 on the incline bench with 135 pounds.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
Is this a program on the app or is
Yeah.
it
Yeah, my
some?
Garmin app on my watch. I'm trying to build more muscle like bodybuilding. Not bodybuilding like do a fucking competition, but just like building more like the goal is to actually build muscle and increase my lifts and bench press, squat, and deadlift.
Yeah, I just started this routine on this app called My Fit Coach, and they got me doing like a 4 day a week program. It's supposed to be a weight loss one, but I also found some hit additional stuff to do after the workout to finish off with some cardio. I did like 1 day of it, and then like I don't know, for some reason I didn't have a lot of time this week, so next week I'm gonna try doing a hit after every day of the workout. I completed all 4 days of the actual workout. I just hadn't gotten to do all the cardio stuff that I found for it, so I'm gonna incorporate that the 4 days I go next week, and then once I get this bike going, I'm gonna do some biking on the days I don't go to the gym, just to you know shed some pounds, get some fitness in.
Well, EJ, we fucking fiddle fucked around for a couple minutes now. We got a lot to talk about, including the number one story in the world right now. It's the WWE Championship change, which Izzy Dame is now your NXT North American Women's Champion.
See what you did there, bro. I'm not a fan of Ezzy Dame, so I don't even. I was gonna say something mean,
I
but
thought you liked her. Oh no, you're Ariana Grace. You like Ariana Grace.
I, I think Ariana Grace is hilarious. That's like, how can you even get those two confused? They're like nothing alike.
They're just- For some reason, I thought Izzy Dame was your girl.
Ah man, she's awful. I think she's like one of the worst people in NXT. She should be involved.
You know who I do get her confused with? Ariana Rizzo. Is that her name? Rizzo? The one
Yeah,
that's in the
yeah, yeah.
family?
How do you get Ariana Grace and Ariana Rizzo?
No, Rizzo and Izzy Dame I get confused.
How they don't look
It's not
alike
about what they
either.
look like, EJ. I just get them confused.
Okay, just
I
white
was
women.
scrolling Instagram and I saw Rizzo talking and I was like, damn, Izzy Dame's got a thick ass Italian accent. And I realized it wasn't her.
What happened to Rizzo? Like, we got a lot to talk with NXT, but we'll probably save that for later. But
Now we're gonna start with NXT.
oh,
Yeah,
I thought okay. We
no, we're
starting
gonna
over.
start with NXT. So Thea Hale gets attacked by Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe gets thrown out the building by Ava, who was the front runner for Street Clothes Wrestler of the Week for a while, even though she's not a wrestler. Um, Thea wants to do an open challenge, which was dumbass babyface. That's gonna be a theme of this week. Dumbass babyface losing their title. The girl can't even walk, and she's determined to come out and do an open challenge. And I will say this: NXT uses a lot of common sense with stuff. If there's an open challenge, how's only one person's music hitting? Shouldn't it be like a gang of niggas running out to the ring if it's an open challenge? And that's exactly what happened with NXT. They smelled blood in the water, and all of a sudden, like 10 women showed up trying to get out. Now, why the referees were stopping them from getting to the ring, I have no idea. Izzy Dame comes in behind everybody. She ends up getting a 1-2-3. She's the new women's North American champion. As my boy Trick Williams would say, EJ, let's talk about it.
I mean, like you said, it made sense for everybody to come to the ring and chase it. maybe, it was an accident when Thea won it in the first place. So people assume that Blake Monroe would just get it right back. But, we're not a dirt sheet show, but the rumors are that Blake is supposed to be main roster heading. So I don't know. So maybe it was a blessing in disguise for Blake to lose it. Maybe this kind of pushed her move up to the main roster faster.
I have a little rumor / news about that. Rumor is maybe she's not getting called up now, and she deleted a tweet this past week directed at Ava, the GM of NXT. Ava tweeted out something about Blake Monroe, being out of control and getting thrown out of the building. And Blake retweeted and said, "Don't make me call daddy on you, nepo baby bitch." And then she deleted it.
We can delete.
But, of course, it's the internet, so everybody saw it. Now, she also got into a little Twitter exchange with the new Women's North American Champion, who tweeted, NXT tweeted, I'm paraphrasing all this, NXT tweeted something like, "You'll hear from the new North American Champion, Izzy Dame, this week." She reposted it and tagged Thea Hale and Blake Monroe and said, "Y'all see the graphic? Quit posting these fucking old pictures of y'all with the title. Like, you seem a little bit excessive. I'm the new champ." And Blake responded to it, and Izzy responded to her and said, "How about you just worry about learning how to kick out at 2?" And that was it.
That was
it. It was over after that. But yeah, Izzy Dame's your new champion. I don't know. I'm like you. I'm hot and cold on her.
I'm just cold on her.
I honestly think that title would have been better suited for, like, I know she's got the Speed Championship, but I think that title would have been better suited for Fallon Henley.
Is she a former North American champion, if I'm not mistaken?
She is.
I would rather her have the title that JC has, the big title.
Yeah. Why JC Jane still has the fucking title, I don't know.
That title is good for like people like Lola Vice and Miss Parker. Where she at? Injured, I'm guessing, because we haven't seen her in forever. Got wrestlers like that, that are kind of like NIL athletes, but have improved a lot, and see how they could do with this title and before you give them the NXT Women's title. I think Fallon's definitely already ready for it, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, she definitely doesn't need the Speed title.
Yeah, she don't need the Speed.
I mean, if NXT is a sample size of what WWE is, then the North American Championship should be the workhorse championship, right? In the women's division and in the men's division. So why you would put it on somebody that can't work? I don't fucking know.
She's just not good, and like, I guess she's improved on the mic some, but I just don't get it. I don't know if she's still with Braun Breaker. A lot of times you see these couples, they throw a bone out to the other person, the quote unquote weaker person in the couple. Well,
I mean, he lost last week, so it's like, just to keep you happy, we'll put the belt on your girl. You can't have it though.
Yeah. So yeah, she's not my cup of tea, so I couldn't really care less about her title reign. But I'm still curious on the Blake Monroe side of things. Has she been going rogue, or you think she's talked to people before sending these tweets out?
This could be a little bit of that AEW shit coming out of her, where you can just do and say whatever you want, and she's learning now, no the fuck you can't. Because I agree with you. Like, I've heard and seen and read like reputable news sources saying that she's getting called up soon. And now those same ones are saying that WWE's changed their mind and she may be staying in NXT. Now, we don't know. Like, I'm not reporting facts. I'm just telling you what the rumor and innuendo is, which I hate paying attention to. But if it's all true, then yeah, she'll be still in NXT because of this.
That'd be unfortunate. I don't know how true is that. Does AEW, do their wrestlers just get to tweet whatever they want to with no consequences?
Fuck yeah. You know how many times fucking FTR Bald goes at fans and shit when they say something bad about AEW?
But have they been going back and forth with other? I know him and Matt the one from the FTR. He's been going back with Matt Hardy, but that's in a different company. How about internally? Is that they don't get in trouble for going back and forth with each other internally?
I don't think they will, because in AEW you got to have hands, because Tony Khan ain't gonna stop you from fighting. You saw what happened to Jungle Boy. You got to watch what the fuck you say in AEW. You might go to work and get your ass whooped.
That's true, but I don't. She was in AEW for a cup of coffee a year, so maybe she had these habits. She got there 2024, beginning of 2024, and she left like March of 2025. So it's like a year and some change.
She was only there for a year and a half. She was the champion.
Not even a year and a half. A year, like she left after that Revolution match, the Hollywood ending match. She got the title at All In 2024. So remember, she was like in love with Tony Storm that first half of 2024.
I thought that was like a year long before she finally turned on
her. That wasn't. It was like 6 or 7 or so months after she won the Owen Cup tournament. Huh. Either way, she was there for a cup of coffee. Maybe she already had these bad habits when she was in New Japan of like tweeting in front of each other. Maybe it's just her personality, and like you said.
Well, you know, she started as a fan. Like, I know a lot of wrestlers start as fans, but like she started as like a super fan and got popular online because, you know, she's really good looking and she had a good personality. And then she ended up going to wrestling school, and the rest is history. So maybe she just doesn't have the pro wrestling etiquette online, but you know, a lot of people pop shit on social media. Like if we're gonna use social media for a storyline, then I should be able to say whatever the fuck I want to say.
You think so, but you're working for the Disney of sports entertainment, WWE, the corporate, the TKO, actually in bed with Disney because they got the ESPN deal. So you gotta watch what you say.
The worst thing she said was bitch. People say bitch all the time.
Yeah, but she called the Rock's daughter a nepo baby. That's not like a.
So what? She is a nepo baby.
Okay, you like one of those people, these people online that hey, it's freedom of speech. I can say whatever I want. I could call you the N-word, and
I mean, calling her nepo baby as the N-word's way different than calling her the other N-word. Like, I mean, she's trying to tie in real life and storyline, which blurs the lines of kayfabe, which is what we like, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like you should be able to call somebody a nepo baby bitch when they're being a nepo baby bitch.
So why do you think she deleted it then?
Somebody probably said that was a little too far.
So you do think it went too far? You think?
No, I think somebody told her it was too far. I don't think it was too far. I think somebody else was being a little crybaby. Could have been Ava. Could have been The Rock.
So where do you draw the line of being professional and then trying to get heat and be, do good at your job?
I guess you wait and see what happens. They say you better to ask for forgiveness than permission. You just fucking cross the line, and when somebody tells you went too far, you delete the tweet and move on. Now you know what line you can't cross.
I don't agree with her getting punished, but if it happens, it is what it is. Like you said, that's the chances that you take for trying to take that risk.
Fluid in the chat says what Blake said wasn't as worse as what Tiffany had posted calling Jade a black bitch. When did that happen?
I don't know if there was evidence, but you remember when Tiffany had some heat with like the stuff she was saying, like she had accused of being racist about saying, I can't remember exactly, but I do remember that.
I remember hints of it. I think you're right. I do remember like her getting accused of something, but we couldn't. Didn't she like a tweet or something like that, or she had said something, but you couldn't tell if it was her saying it.
Mm-hmm, something like that.
Little hint of Tessa Blanchard in there.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking, is Tiffany ended? Like, talk about kind of falling off. The 2025 she had, and then when she lost the Jade, she just went into obscurity. Like, what happened with that?
He says it was a meme on her Instagram.
Oh yeah, I think I remember it now. Yeah.
Did she claim she got hacked or something?
Yeah.
I find it really hard to believe that a WWE superstar would post something like that if that's the verbiage that she used. That's taking it way past fucking storylines and shit like that.
Maybe she wasn't. Maybe that's how she felt in real life. Maybe it wasn't that storyline.
She had her fucking red hat on. She was feeling trumped up.
I mean, look at the heads of the company. They love that. They love that side of the aisle. So they probably would encourage it. Yeah, say more of that.
but when she put her hands on you, don't fucking say we told you to do it. We don't need that black motherfucker fucking with us.
Exactly. Man. Ain't no telling, man. Yeah. Either way, like you said, higher risk, higher reward. Like they'll tell you to take it down, and this might be her punishment, though, and that'd be unfortunate if she's on the main roster. I mean,
it could be a blessing in disguise for her because I don't think she's good enough to be on the main roster.
If Maxine Dupree could be on the main roster, then she could be on the main roster.
I mean, you just brought her name up, and I just compared the two in my head. This might be a little bit of a hot take, which I don't really do, but I'd take Maxine Dupree over Blake Monroe.
In what sense? I'm a Max Dupree fan, so
in every sense. And if I had a choice to pick which wrestler, I'm picking teams, and there's two people left, and it's Maxine Dupree and Blake Monroe. I pick Blake Monroe. I pick Maxine Dupree.
I think Blake's better than Maxine in the ring.
I've told you I don't think Blake is that good in the ring. I don't think she has the character chops. I think she was a lightning rod in AEW because she was connected to Tony Storm. And without Tony Storm, she's floundering. She ended up getting a WWE contract out of it. And now she's got the contract and she's by herself. And it's just not hitting the same. We talked about this a couple weeks ago.
But what's wrong with her character chops?
What is her character?
I think she has the talent to execute the character. But like we said before, sometimes the character just doesn't connect. Like you said, she just hasn't really flushed it out. But she has the talent to actually, like, when she talks, I believe her. It's not like she's reading out lines like a Izzy Dame or a Tiffany Stratton. She has like the talent. It's just like she hasn't flushed the character out. It hasn't connected with the fans. Like a Melo, like we said, Melo has all the talent in the world, but it took him a while to connect with the fans. I don't know what you could do to change her character up where the fans will get behind it.
Yeah, but Melo can wrestle.
Maybe I need to go and watch her matches with a microscope because I feel like she's pretty good in the ring. She's not Becky, but I feel like she's better than Maxine Dupree.
Even if she is, I'd still take Maxine Dupree over her.
And I like Maxine Dupree, but I don't know. I feel like Blake could be on the main roster right now, but I guess we have to see how it shakes out.
Seaflu in the chat says, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was about to say I'd rather have her than who else they said they might be putting up there, who's the NXT Women's Champion right now. They're saying she might go up.
I'd probably take JC Jane over Blake Monroe too right now.
That's where we have to go our separate ways.
Yeah, and you know how I feel about JC Jane. I don't know. I'm just not. I'm cold on Blake Monroe right now, man. I really am. Seaflu in the chat says, at first I thought Blake Monroe's character was a ripoff version of Tony Storm. And that's when she was good. When she was following Tony Storm around and doing her Tony Storm thing. But since the day she turned on Tony Storm, I just haven't cared about her. You know, it was back in the day, it was the Mickie James Trish Stratus thing, right? Like Mickie was obsessed with Trish Stratus. But when they finally turned on one another and had their match and went their separate ways, Mickie became a Hall of Famer and she was able to fly on her own. I don't think that's been what's happened with Blake Monroe.
Yeah, and with in the chat, they were talking about her kind of being like a ripoff of Tony Storm. When she first came to NXT, they had like the throwback vignettes for her in the tub and the old school thing in the background. But I think she's supposed to be more so like a diva vixen, and Tony Storm is like a old school Hollywood person. But I guess I get where people try to say this a little bit similar in the presentation, but I don't know. I guess sometimes people are able to flourish on the main roster. Maybe she needs a main roster shakeup.
C. Fluid says, "Is it really true that Blake took a big pay cut to go to WWE?" I mean, that's what I hear, huh?
That's what they said. That was the rumor.
That's what they were saying, but I look at it like, all right, in my line of work, I'm not going to go to another company and take a pay cut for the exposure. But I'm not in that line of work that she is, where exposure means a lot. Like if I'm in the NFL, I'm a free agent, and the Dallas Cowboys are going to give me $5 million a year, but the Cincinnati Bengals are going to give me $7 million a year. I'm going to take the 5 from Dallas. Because if you win in Dallas, you're set for life. When you're playing in Dallas, if you're playing well, you get all kind of endorsements and you get the exposure. And I feel like the WWE's the Dallas Cowboys of wrestling. Like you wrestle for them, you get way more exposure. You get way more opportunities. If she wants to go to Hollywood or she wants to do commercials or she wants to get endorsements, she ain't going to get that shit in AEW. So in the long run, I think her play was smart for herself. In the short, it may be a couple of less zeros on her paycheck, but I think 10 years from now, she'll look back and be glad that she did take less money to go there.
But I think the narrative of course, WWE has the most eyes on it, but I think you can make for yourself outside of the company. However, I guess it depends on what kind of representation you have in your agent, because MJF's had some movie parts. Tony Storm's have some movie parts, so it's not like that's mutually exclusive to WWE. But I get what you're saying, but you can still make opportunities for yourself in other companies.
MJF and Tony Storm. Who else in the AEW has done stuff?
Edge just went to shoot the Percy Jackson.
Isn't Edge a WWE Hall of Famer?
That too, but I get what you're saying, and I think Darby's have done some stuff outside of the company. I mean, there's opportunities, of course. No, I'm talking about shooting like some stuff, and there's some other people that I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, not everybody that goes to WWE just turns into like a movie star.
You're right.
You have Roman. He's starting to transition to it. People are saying that's why Jay went over. What has she been in so far?
She hadn't been in anything yet, but Jade didn't need WWE. Jade is a fucking brand all on her own, though.
Exactly. And then I guess Cody's doing some stuff. Becky. But those are the list of the 3. So if you're going to Randy's done some stuff too. But these are like Hall of Famers we're talking about. I think that's like a interesting way if people are thinking it just to go to WWE just because they think they're gonna, become some type of movie star outside it. I think they might want to reevaluate it and try to see what's best for them financially.
It's not technically just about movies though. I mean, look at Jey Uso. Slim Jim, Cricket Wireless, all kind of shit. The WWE game he's doing, DirecTV, LA Knight, same thing. Slim Jim, Cricket Wireless. Bianca, she's with Minute Maid and Cody. Like, they got all these endorsements they can use now from WWE. You don't see AEW doing shit like that. And there ain't no shade to AEW or TNA or places like that. But you just don't get exposed as much when you're not with WWE. So I can see why she would take a pay cut to go there, because at the end of the day, if she wrestles for WWE for 3 years and it doesn't work out, she's made. She can go to any indie show now and charge the maximum price that a female wrestler charges for the rest of her life. She can go to fucking
I don't know if you could do that for the rest of your life if you're leaving and you're not hot. Because I don't know what Karrion Kross is getting right now in Scarlet.
Karrion Kross is like one of the hottest names in the indie scene right now.
Yeah, I just think I think at the end of the day, you want to do what's best for uh, how you gonna flourish, and whether it's in AEW or WWE. I don't think you should take what you think you're gonna be able to get just because of exposure. Because if you think that WWE is gonna use you better, then I say yeah, go. But if you think that if you know that it's not really a spot for you, you go there just to kind of gamble, and then you ended up being used like Tozawa. I feel like that's your name is in a terrible place when they eventually let you go. So I think you just need to go for whoever's going to use you the best.
I think a lot more wrestlers look at being a wrestler as a job more than the fans do. And I think at the end of the day, it's about money. It's like we talked about Sting a couple weeks ago. His last time in paint, he even said it on thing. It's just another gig for me. It ain't that big of a deal. He said it when he got interviewed by Denise Salcedo. It's just another gig. It ain't that big of a deal. Meanwhile, you got motherfuckers in line crying, my grown ass printing out fucking collages of shit with him to get him to sign it. And to him, just another gig. I think a lot more wrestlers look at this as a job. They don't give a fuck how they're being used. What's the paycheck say? How can I make this work for me?
Do you think any wrestler on the main roster, if they got cut right now, they can make a killing on the indie scene?
I wouldn't say any. But I mean, there's a pecking order.
Okay, so the people at the bottom of the pecking order, you don't think that can really make a killing? Who just gave a name off the top of your head?
Maxine Dupree. I think Maxine Dupree would kill it on the indies if she wanted to.
No, I said who wouldn't be able to kill it on the indies if they got cut right now?
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
On the bottom of the roster?
Yeah, on the main roster, at the kind of like the bottom of the pecking order, you don't think that would be able
Shit,
to
I don't know. Like Gargano would kill it because he already had an indie thing. The fucking MFTs, they would kill it.
What about like Apollo Crews?
He was already big on the indies before he got here. It's fucking he wasn't Prince Puma. What was he? Prince Puma was Prince Puma Ricochet? No, yeah, Prince Puma was Apollo Creed, wasn't it? Apollo Crews.
No, that's Ricochet. That's Ricochet. You're right.
Who was Apollo Crews? What was his name? He was big on the indies also. So I think he would kill it if he went back. Like, when you've won championships in WWE and you go back to the indie scene, you're always formerly known as Matt Cardona, formerly known as Zack Ryder, killed it on the indie scene. Killer Cross, formerly known as Karrion Kross. You know who kills it in conventions and shit like that? Remember Summer Rae? Used to dance with Fandango? Blonde chick. She took Lana's space with Rusev back in the day. You remember her? No?
I remember her.
Yeah, she kills it. What did she ever do? She never won a title. But she's formerly known as Summer Rae. Anytime you get that FKA with a WWE name after it, you make money.
Well, I just know that I've heard stories of wrestlers who went over to WWE and didn't enjoy their time over there. So I just think you should choose whatever you think is best for your career. That's all I'm saying at the end of the day.
I agree with that. I think if you take your on-screen persona seriously and you have goals, you want to main event WrestleMania, you want to main event Royal Rumble, shit like that, I think you should. But I think if you look at wrestling as a job and WWE comes calling, it doesn't matter if they tell you you're going to be in catering. You take that check, you take that exposure, you take that training, and you run with it. That's just my opinion. Now, excuse me, there's a whole roster of people in the AEW that would probably disagree with me, but then again, they're all starting to kind of come to WWE.
I don't know. I don't know who's still has that on their bucket list. I feel like a lot of people who wanted to go to WWE have already jumped ship. You got the Ricky Starks, the All Ego. Because I think MJF had a chance. He was a free agent and he decided to stay put. So
More prominent people have left AEW and gone to WWE than have left WWE and gone to AEW.
I don't know, because at the beginning, the pendulum kind of shifted where you started seeing people go towards the other side. But at the beginning, you could chalk it because of the releases, but you had like the Bryan Danielsons, even though Punk, when he first came back, he was there, and then
He didn't leave WWE though. And Bryan
Punk,
Danielson didn't get cleared to wrestle again from WWE when he left. Neither did Saraya. So like,
what do you mean? What do you mean? He left right after he main evented WrestleMania against Roman Reigns. I don't think he got hurt after. He didn't get hurt after that.
he was on. He wrestled Roman on SmackDown, I thought, and then he left.
Yeah,
And they
but he
weren't
didn't
going to
get hurt.
renew it because they were worried about his neck and concussion history.
No, I heard he was just. Well, the rumors were I thought he was just tired of how he was being used there. Adam Adam Cole went so, and then
Trash.
the pendulum shifted when Cody went over there, and then you started seeing more people go on the other side with the Codys and Alistairs.
I'll
Who
give you
else?
one Cody for every 10 fucking guys that left WWE. More prominent people have left AEW for WWE than vice versa, I think.
And then Jade went over there.
Jade,
So,
world champion. Cody, world champion. Punk, world champion. Ricky Starks, NXT champion.
well, it was
All
some,
Ego, double champion and NXT champion.
I wanted to talk about those two in a second too, but Punk, we know the happenings around Punk. I think if all that went down, Punk would still be over there if it wasn't for dumbass Bucks and Jungle Boy. But
I don't know that he would. And
I,
I know this isn't on our list to talk. Like, we got a lot of shit to talk about, and we've stretched this one out. But I feel like Punk has grown. I listened to a podcast with him on it the other day, and he was talking about how as you get older, you start to change and you start to see things differently than how you saw it 10, 15, 20 years ago. I don't think I could see him re-signing with AEW if everything works out. I think just by the way things are done there, from what we hear, again, I don't work there, I don't know. I think he's into the corporate stuff now. He's into the working less, making more. The shit that he's doing
not,
right now.
I mean, from what we know, both companies don't do house shows, so they probably work around the same days. But I don't. I think now that Pandora's box has been opened, I definitely don't see him going back over there. But in the alternate universe, if he didn't get fired, who knows? He probably would still be there. But I just think he's more WWE. He's just more of a WWE guy at this point in his career. He's not, as we saw from the main event. I don't want to jump the lead. He's not 2011 Punk anymore. He's best suited, and he's all about talking people into the building, and that's the company you want to be into, and it's all about talking people into the building. So yeah, he's a WWE guy, lifer, I guess at this point.
You just spurred a thought. Like, what if shit wasn't that bad in AEW, but Punk just realized I can't keep up with these motherfuckers. I need to get fired.
Maybe. I mean, he did it to himself though. He was the one I heard that wanted to work with all of these guys and wrestle on Collision and like slow your old ass down. That's why you keep getting hurt. So maybe he self-sabotaged himself, like you said. I can't keep up with the. Let me go ahead and punch Jack Perry in the face.
Let me go over here and work with Randy Orton, who can't even fucking turn around, and fucking John Cena, who's on his third hair transplant. And the Miz, who fucking never gets hurt. Let me go work with these motherfuckers. Jey Uso, he's tired after yeeting for the first 10 minutes of the fucking entrance. Like, let me go over here. These young motherfuckers, they wearing my ass out.
Maybe. Yeah, that's hilarious. But yeah, man.
Other NXT Championship match was Obafemi defeating Leon Slater. And that is not the story, EJ. The story is something that you, my friend, have talked about for the longest time. A champion relinquishing their title for broader pastures. Obafemi defends the championship, leaves the title in the middle of the ring. Rumors are rampant. He's getting fucking videos played on SmackDown and Raw. He's about to be the biggest free agent signing of all the NXT call-ups. Talk about it.
Hey man, almost exactly 3 years after I started on Boot to the Face, it's finally happened. You've been calling for this for the past 3 years of somebody vacating, and it finally happened. I get it, and this is how he should have done it. But what I don't understand is why did he lose the belt to Ricky Starks just for him to win it again and vacate it? They should have never had him lose to Ricky Starks in the first place. That's what I don't agree with.
I don't think they had plans for him to get called up this fast. So when he lost the title to Ricky, I think, this is just me, I don't think Ricky was doing as well with the championship as they wanted to as Babyface, which is why they turned him heel. Which is why he's probably my pick to be the next NXT champion as a heel. I think he'll be better. And when Oba got the title back, and he had that face-to-face with Cody on SmackDown, and then he had that match on Saturday night's main event where I thought that he should have won because you could have made a guy. And I think the office saw it and was like, we got to have this motherfucker. Like, well, Brock's leaving this year. AJ's leaving this year. Orton's on his way out. But take away the three of them. Out of all of them, Brock is leaving. We need a badass motherfucker on the main roster now. We got nobody. And Oba is that badass motherfucker.
Well, yeah, if it's a kind of an audible, then yeah, I'll give it to them. But if this was their plan the whole time, then it's trash. But if it's audible, like you said, if Ricky Saints wasn't doing as good as they thought he would, and then they did an audible and let Oba have it just so he could be the badass, then I agree with that. But I'm hoping they didn't plan this out the whole time because it just seems like a scattershotted plan. But yeah, I'm all for that. If they just have him, who you think he's gonna sign to though?
I hope he goes to SmackDown.
I think he's gonna be at Raw because I think SmackDown's got Jordan and Trick. I think he's gonna go to Raw.
Yeah, I don't think Raw's big enough for Oba and Gunther to coexist there without having a match like at this year's WrestleMania.
You could have Gunther and Brock go at it at WrestleMania and have something else for Oba to do.
I know Gunther's the retire, like, I'm gonna retire you guy. I want Oba to like squash Brock in like 3 minutes.
That'd be a good way to be like, I'm that guy now.
Yeah, for all the fucking black champions that Brock beat in the past couple of years. I need Oba to just whoop his ass in like 3 minutes and send him off to fucking Minnesota.
That's our reparations. Yeah, I think for some reason I would like to have Oba on Raw, and then because I would like to keep him and Trick separate. Have Trick be like the up and comer on SmackDown. Have Oba be up and comer on Raw. But like you said, it'd be kind of hard to keep him and Gunther away. But they could do it. They could do it.
Trick is fucking killing it the first 2 weeks on SmackDown.
Yeah, he went up to Randy and interrupted his what happened and going on with Randy. What did he say to Randy?
So, I'll tell you what he said in a second, but I think what happened with WWE is they brought Trick up as a heel, and he's so over. I think they're trying to toe the line now, and they're not really making him go one way or the other, because he was out there telling Orton, like, I respect you. Like, you're one of the greatest in the world. I'm out here just to brush shoulders with you. So he never really, like, cut Orton down, but then he cheated to win the match, which I don't like either. I don't think Trick should have to cheat to beat fucking Ray Phoenix.
That's a person that's kind of like not have been working since crossing over out the company.
Yeah,
which is a travesty.
I need Trick to hit his finishing move on Ray Phoenix and the crowd count 1, 2, 3. I don't need a fucking roll up where he hooks the tights, but that's just me nitpicking.
Matter of fact, he kicked out of his finishing move, which is kind of bullshit. They had him kick out of the Maybe that's not. He did the trick kick. I don't know if he did the trick shot to him. Yes. Either way, that's one of his signature moves, and Ray Phoenix kicked out the trick kick. Yeah. I don't know why he can't get a clean win over Ray Phoenix.
Yeah, but I think of all the NXT people that have come up, Trick has shined the brightest out of all of them so far.
Yeah, I mean, we hadn't really gotten to the whole Raw episode. There's another sign in that I thought was odd that they did it on a commercial break.
So disrespectful. You got 3 motherfucking hours of programming, and you bring this motherfucker out on a commercial break and sign him? Javon Evans? Come on, man. Do better. Like, it was a 30-second segment. You couldn't put that on TV?
No, apparently they couldn't. We know how Triple K gets down.
Sorry, I don't think I've ever heard anybody call him that.
But that whole episode, cause I watched like half of it live, and then the only reason I saw Javon's is because I watched the other half later. And they have the full version on the one I watched, the replay I watched. I get it's TKO company, and you probably enjoyed it because you're a fan of the show, but it was just one big commercial for Stranger Things. I didn't think it was a good episode of Raw, especially being your season premiere. I just didn't enjoy it. It seemed forced. It seemed corny. It seemed cheesy.
Yeah. I thought aesthetically it was dope. I enjoyed the chapters.
Yeah, it looked cool.
Right before every match and the look of it. I thought all that was great. What I find ironically funny is the first episode of Netflix Raw, they had all these fucking people out there and everybody fucking complained. Who are these goddamn actors and Netflix people? We don't care. Get these motherfuckers off my screen. I want to see wrestling. And then they had the Stranger Things episode and everybody's online like they couldn't get 11. they couldn't get anybody from the show on there. Just the fucking Vines. Okay. They couldn't get Vecna.
Okay, I agree with you. Like, y'all sound like hypocrites. But out of these shitty shows that nobody knows about, why didn't they get it for the show that people actually know about? Why didn't you get Millie Bobby Brown like a real star instead of Clyde, whatever the bumblefuck from a show that we barely know y'all got in the crowd?
I agree with that too. Like, I found it strange that nobody from Stranger Things was there. And then also people were complaining like Vecna's the main villain. They're like, they couldn't have did something with Vecna and a wrestler. We're less than fucking 6 years away from COVID when they had zombies running around the fucking performance center and people were bitching about that. I'm old enough to remember RoboCop helping Sting against the Four Horsemen and how everybody shit on that. So no, I don't want people from TV shows coming in and interacting with the wrestlers. Just have these motherfuckers in the front row with a title belt. I was about to say Charlie Caruso. What's my girl's name that I like that does the hockey stuff? Kathy Kelly. Not Kathy Kelly. What's the other chick's name?
Can't even remember off the top. I know
she looks like Cavino's woman.
I don't think she does, but I know you're talking about.
Yeah, let her go out, interview somebody in the front row. They say, yeah, this is, Vecna from Stranger Things, and my favorite wrestler of all time is Randy Orton. I hope he kicks ass tonight. Like, that's all you need. Now, they didn't have that, and people complained about it. Aesthetically, the show looked great. The booking of the show, trash.
What didn't you like about the booking?
It's a mixture of, and I hate to sound like everybody else that's talked about this before us because we record only once a week. But I watched a WWE Unreal commercial where Triple H and Seth Rollins are bragging about tricking everybody into thinking that Seth Rollins is actually hurt. And legit, after that commercial was over, Stephanie Vaquer comes limping to the ring with a fucking boot on. And then gets attacked by Raquel. I'm sorry, you just took me out of it. Now I know she's faking. She's Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I thought that was a weird part. Jackie Redmond, is that the one we're trying to think of?
Jackie Redmond. That's my girl. I like Jackie Redmond a lot.
Whatever happened to Kayla Braxton? Like she's like, I'm going off to do other stuff, and I haven't seen her since.
She was at WrestleCade when we were there. You saw her at WrestleCade.
Oh, I thought she went over there to be like some like mainstream type of thing, do some mainstream stuff.
I don't know. She still does wrestling convention. She was at WrestleCon. I'm sorry, not WrestleCade. We saw her in Vegas.
But I digress. I don't know. I just felt like I expected more. Like you said, that whole injury attack angle was weird. The matches weren't even that good. Like we said, Becky, Maxine, Dupree. I mean, you predicted though that Becky would get the belt back, but I don't see what's the point. I feel like Becky should be in the world title. She's killing it with this Becky Trump stuff. Why does she need the workhorse title right now?
I mean, because she's great. Like, of course she was going to win. She's the best wrestler in the world. And it's not just her saying it. Everybody says it. Sports Illustrated says it, EJ.
Sports Illustrated didn't say it last year.
They said it before, though.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like you don't feel like Becky should have the world title right now. Especially that Stephanie has been like, so.
So we as fans, and this isn't a shot at you or anybody in particular. This is just like something that I've noticed. After a certain amount of people are on top for a while, it's like, oh, we need new blood. We need new blood. Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, Asuka, Charlotte, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax. All these are like some of the best women in the women's division in the past 10 years. They've all been on top. And now they're all going for tag titles and intercontinental championships. And now we're getting new people, besides Nikki Bella. Now we're getting new people involved in the world title and WWE championship mix. And we're like, how come Becky's not going for the title? How come Charlotte's not going for the title? They're giving us technically what we've asked for. But we don't like it.
I get what you're saying, but even you said Stephanie's title reign is kind of falling flat.
Mm-hmm.
I get what you're saying. Like, of course, you want new blood to kind of mix things up. I don't want to see Charlotte have the belt right now, even though she's doing her thing with. But I feel like when you have a wrestler that has a name out there and they're able to reinvent themselves and make themselves hot again, then you kind of got to strike when the iron's hot. This is like a special occasion where I was thinking, if Becky wasn't really doing anything, I wouldn't say it. But since she's so good right now, this is a chance to like kind of freshen things up with a Stephanie and put it on Becky and have her Stephanie chase it again. Because like we said earlier, she didn't really chase it when they vacated the title with Naomi. They just put it on her with no type of struggle, and she's kind of just been there. She hasn't been doing like a bad job, but I don't know. I feel like she can shake things up right now.
As a fan of Becky, my second favorite women's wrestler of all time, I don't want to see her in the world title picture. I like where she's at right now.
I'm just trying to think what's next for her. Now that Maxine had her moment, for some reason I don't see them spinning the block with her.
AJ Lee.
Who is she? Does AJ Lee really need? I guess they could feud and maybe have Becky retain. AJ Lee doesn't need the Intercontinental Championship. I'm just trying to think who is. They need to just have a draft. They need to shake these rosters up because there may be some people on SmackDown I'm not thinking of who could actually use the IC title. Like they didn't do one last year. It's time to have a draft.
I wouldn't mind seeing Miss Parker get drafted to Raw and her just fucking run through Becky. And
Yeah,
I know she's not as good in the ring and the whole nine, but she has a really good presentation. She's over with the crowd. Just build her as like a badass in the women's division. Becky can take a loss. Becky can take, Cody Rhodes is the biggest star in wrestling right now, and Luke Harper came to AEW and beat his ass in like 5 minutes, and he fucking survived.
RP Brody Lee. Yeah, it'd be somebody on that level, like a Jada Parker. The only person I could think of on the roster right now would be like a Roxy, but she's a heel. I mean, you could make it work.
I can't see Roxy dominating Becky though. I need somebody like if Lash Legend would be on Raw, I'd put her name in the mix to just run through Becky. But
why does it have to be somebody running through her? Why can't they just beat her for it?
because that's the point of putting them over.
No, I mean it worked for Maxine, and she didn't run through Becky.
Yeah, she didn't run through her, and nobody believes Maxine.
I don't know. I don't think it has to necessarily be a dominant thing, but I think it has to be like a definitive win.
If Becky were to wrestle Jade Cargill, I would expect Jade to run through Becky.
I expect somebody like her, but there could be some like up and comers that maybe not have the stature of like a Lash or a Jade who could Becky could put them over with the belt.
Maybe
But they just really don't have bodies right now. Ivy
maybe
now, I
bring
don't
Soul
believe
Ruka up and have Soul beat her.
that'd be perfect. That'd be a perfect person to do it. But I hadn't really heard any whispers that are coming up. Like I'm thinking they might have her beat JC Jane.
I think Soul's outgrown NXT. That fucking finishing move is perfect for main roster.
Yeah, I agree, but I hadn't heard anything about her going to the main roster. Maybe they'll surprise us with it.
To finish up with Monday Night Raw, CM Punk defeated Braun Breaker in the main event. I don't have a lot to say about this one just because
it wasn't good.
Well, there you go. Because it wasn't good.
So I'm not a insider, wrestle insider, so I don't like to talk like I know what's going on. But visually, I could see what I like, and I didn't like it. I mean, I don't know whose fault it was because that's what I'm saying. I don't like to speak an insider with the mistakes, but it was a lot of sloppy moments in that match, and you could tell me, just sit back and watch, but I could tell you what I don't like, and that I didn't like the match. So it is what it is, and a lot of people thought this was Braun's crowning moment, and he wasn't able to win it. I think this is good though, having to have a struggle and not win the belt right away, and you could build him to win a Rumble or a Chamber. I don't know what your thoughts on that part of it are.
I honestly thought Braun was going to win the way they booked it, and I didn't get to watch this live. And when I saw that Punk won, I was legit shocked. When I saw he won fair and square, I was shocked. I thought Braun was going to spear this motherfucker out of his boots.
I wasn't shocked because even how the show shook out, I'm all right. I'm like, we saw 2 title changes. They're not gonna do 3 in a row. We know how they get down, and lo and behold, Punk retained. I just think, especially now, we'll talk about SmackDown a little bit. They need one champion that's like mainstream, and that's what Punk is. As much as people don't like Punk, he's still a name that you could throw out there if you need to do some press or something with. And so, I guess hindsight looking at it, I could definitely see why they did it. And Punk hadn't had it that long. You kind of need, for him to have some title defenses and build it up where when Braun does win it, all right, now he's legit. So I wasn't that shocked seeing Punk retain.
Well, if Breaker's going to be the one to take it, then why even have this match to begin with? Now we all know if they fight again, Breaker's going to get the title.
I mean, it's kind of how they get down. Remember last year they started off Raw, Punk beat Seth, and then didn't Seth beat him in the cage a couple months later?
Yeah, because Roman helped him.
Exactly. Maybe he'll probably have the Vision help him win it whenever they have their rematch. So it is what it is. But now that kind of shakes things up with the Royal Rumble, I know we'll do our predictions when we get closer to there.
Well, before that, we did have another title change on Raw. WWE Women's Tag Titles. The Kabuki Warriors lost to Rhea and Io in a really good, fun match to open the show. I've been in this space for years now. I'm just over Rhea Ripley.
Really? Like you said, it was a good match. It was the best night of the match, I thought. I've never been the biggest Rhea fans, but you know what I always say, if the fans like it, then I love it, I guess. Even though that kind of contradicts what I just said. But yeah, if the fans still like her, so it is what it is.
Rhea is. It's funny you just got done talking about Punk. Rhea is how I felt about CM Punk 15 years ago, when everybody fucking loved him, and I'm just like, I don't see it. Like, I get it. She does the mommy thing. She looks fantastic. She's definitely taking advantage of her sexuality when it comes to the way she does stuff in the ring. But like, as a wrestler and as a character, as somebody that talks on the microphone, I'm just not a Rhea guy, man. And give me Io, give me Asuka, give me Kairi Sane, give me Becky, give me anybody over Rhea.
And I get what you're saying. It's a personal preference of yours, but isn't this a place where you would want her to be at in a tag team? It's not like she has the world title. She's in the tag team right now. So what's the problem with that?
Because she's bringing down my girl Io now. I gotta deal with. I gotta watch her to see my girl Io.
How's she bringing her down though?
Because I gotta deal with her. I can't watch Io wrestle without Rhea Ripley being there.
Now you just sound like a hater.
You might be right. I could be. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm just telling you what I like and what I don't like, and I don't like Rhea Ripley.
Rhea haters should love the position she's in. She's not clogging up the world title scene. She's just in a harmless tag team. But I guess if you're an Io fan, then I guess, like you said, she's kind of taking up space, blocking your Io enjoyment. But
right,
it is what it is.
Now they come out like soft lesbians every week. You can't tell me you didn't see that on their entrance when fucking Io like grows over the rope and like caresses Rhea's titties and like her face and shit. You didn't see that?
No, I don't be paying attention to entrances like that. Got me on that.
You need to go back. When we get done with this show, we need to watch that shit together. I want to see you tell me that I'm right.
Yeah, I'll go back and look at it, but
no, we're gonna do a share screen on that shit.
Hey man, it's not that deep. I'll go back and look at it and let you know.
All right, let's get to SmackDown. We're just skipping right over AEW, just like Jade Cargill and Cody and CM Punk and Ricky Starks and everybody else that skipped over AEW. Get to WWE.
I watched half of it live, and then the second half, I watched it like not the USA live. I watched the Netflix live, so I watched it at 2
overseas live.
Yeah, I watched half of it, and I had shit to do, so I avoided. For some reason, I avoided finding out the results, because I even avoided the Discord, because if I would have looked at the Discord, I would have.
I tried. I was about to post in Discord, and then I was like, damn, maybe not everybody saw it. So I waited like 2 hours before I posted it.
I didn't even see the Discord till the next day, so I'm glad I didn't look. So I was on my couch, and I was like falling halfway asleep, and then right before I dozed off, I'm like, what the fuck is Jacob Fatu doing in the ring? And lo and behold, round 3, the cage match. He came in there and cost your boy Cody the title. Now it's the new WWE champion. I bet you were jumping for joy.
I talked about a dumbass babyface earlier, Thea Hale. Cody Rhodes wins this week's Dumbass Babyface Award. EJ, if me and you were in a steel cage match, all right, best out of 3, and we're tied 1-1, and all of a sudden, C Fluid from the chat comes in, and he starts beating the brakes off your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna walk out the cage. I won. Then I'll go in and be like, yo, dog, why you getting involved in my business? Not Cody. Cody takes his little nosy ass. And clearly this is not a white and black thing, because Drew McIntyre's white too. But Cody's that fucking joke that Cedric the Entertainer tells, where he's like, white people walk straight to the trouble. Cody turned around and saw Jacob Fatu beating the shit at a Drew McIntyre, and he walked up. What did he think was gonna happen? This man says he's all gas, no brakes, all the time. What do you think he's gonna turn around? They're gonna have a conversation?
Yeah, he thought Jacob was gonna dap him up. Be like, long time no see, Cody.
Man, this motherfucker grabbed Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu went to work on his ass, and you know what Drew did? Exactly what Cody's motherfucking ass should have did. Drew looked at the door. Then he looked at Cody and Jacob over there fighting. Then he looked at the door again. Shit. I'm out. Drew threw that fucking Homer Simpson meme at their ass. And ended up waking up the next day as WWE Undisputed Champion. I loved it. I really did. And Cody deserved to lose because he's a dumbass babyface.
Yeah, so like you said, they did it well as far as like the in-ring, on-screen, quote-unquote kayfabe. That's what you should have done if you're Drew. How about a cage when Cody shouldn't have stuck his nose in that business and got his ass beat. But finally, I mean, you got to give credit where credit is due, and people, they probably read online, people were tired of this Cody reign. Time to shake things up and reward Drew for doing the work that he's been doing. And I don't think you could have had Drew lose, because if he would have lost, his credibility would have been shot. So the right thing happened. The right person won. Your new WWE Undisputed Champion, Drew McIntyre, finally.
If Dave LaGreca's the head of the Cody Crybabies, I'm the head of the Cody haters.
Wow, that kind of morphed. You were a really big Cody fan.
I'm still a big Cody fan. I fucking love Cody, man, but he sucks as champion.
Well, to foreshadow, I think you're gonna see him as champion pretty soon. They're doing this tournament. What do you think about this tournament they're doing for the #1 contender for Royal Rumble?
He's not in it.
Oh, he's not in it?
No, they've already announced the people.
Who's in it?
I believe it's Miz versus Randy Orton. Sami Zayn versus... We'd have to pull the list up.
Oh, wow. So
Solo's in it. Shit, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Did you pull the list up?
No, I didn't pull the list up.
Oh.
I was just thinking off the top of my head of where you
Sami Zayn versus Dragunov.
Mm-hmm.
Miz versus Randy Orton. Those are the only four I can remember. Let me go fucking find it.
Yeah, I mean, we heard rumors of possibly Cody Roman. I don't know. I feel like this would be an avenue for it to be a short Drew reign just so they could get it back on Cody. But now you say he's not a part of this tournament. I'm thinking, you can't have him win the Royal Rumble a third time.
Matt Cardona versus Trick Williams. Damian Priest versus Solo Sikoa. Sami Zayn versus Dragunov. And Randy Orton versus The Miz. The winners of those matches will face each other in a 4-way
#1 contender match.
#1 contenders match at Saturday night's main event.
Okay. Whoever wins it, they're not beating Drew at the Royal Rumble. So I'm trying to look at the grander scheme of things. I don't know. Maybe you don't see Cody with the title for a while now, because I don't see him winning the Rumble for a third time, even though it's not 3 years in a row, because Jay won it last year. Would it be third time in 4 years? I don't see him winning the Chamber. So where does Cody go from here?
Back of the line. He's had 4 main events since he's been back. He main event versus Roman twice, Cena once, and the match against Roman and Rock. Like, enough already. Go back to the mid card of WrestleMania. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but you don't have to be the main event every year. You're not Roman Reigns. You're not the Immortal Racist. You're not The Rock. You're not Stone Cold. You're Cody Rhodes. You should be happy with those 4 main events.
Yeah, I don't even think Rock's had that many main events. Now that you said that, he might have 4 exactly. He had 2 with Cena, 2 with
Two with
Stone
Cena,
Cold.
2 with Stone Cold, WrestleMania 2000.
and then the one with Roman, where him and Roman teamed up.
Yeah, so he's had 6.
Okay. Yeah, and Cody's not those guys. Even Punk, as much as people love Punk, he's only main evented one WrestleMania.
So is Seth Rollins. 2 technically, if you count him cashing in.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't mind him getting in the back of the line, but I still think he's a favorite of the people in the front office. So I think it's inevitable for him to have another title run. I just don't know when. So if you had to pencil, who would you mark as Drew's opponent?
Well, that was about to be my question to you is if Cody doesn't get the title back, does Drew go into WrestleMania as the WWE Undisputed Champion?
I think he does, unless they do some thing like we've seen from time to time. Didn't it happen to Rhea, where Rhea lost at the EO right before? They just did a random
It
Raw.
was last year.
That's the only way I see Cody getting it, because he's not getting it at Royal Rumble. What if they make Drew defend it in the chamber?
You know, I could see Drew defending it against the winner of the Royal Rumble, with the winner of the Royal Rumble being Oba.
I knew you were going to say that. I don't see that. I don't see that happening.
I'm only saying that because that was my prediction last week when we talked about what's going to happen this year.
As much as I love Oba, I don't see that happening. Hey, this is why we watch. We say it for them to do something that's out of the box and not predictable. I don't really know who's gonna win right now, outside of like maybe a Braun. I put Braun at the top of my list right now,
which is a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. So, hey, this is the shakeup that we need. So you got to give credit where credit's due.
Oba versus Drew. Brock versus Gunther.
I don't see them. I don't see Oba fighting for the WWE title at his first WrestleMania.
Why the fuck not? The Hardys versus the Usos.
I just don't see it.
Versus the New Day in the triple threat match.
Something I can see happening though, even though people might not like it. I can see Oba going in there and destroying Dom Mysterio.
He's going right for the world title.
I think he's going. I think they're gonna have him get the IC first. Speaking of Dom, he got injured.
Punk versus Logan Paul. I'm booking WrestleMania.
I don't see Oba fighting for a world title his first WrestleMania. I could pencil in him for next year though. I could see him definitely doing it next year. I don't know. I think we have to watch. I think they're gonna have Drew face a babyface. I just don't know who it's gonna be.
Real random. Have you seen the Oba family memes online? Where they're like, my wife calls me into the kitchen to open a jar of jelly for her, and it's fucking Oba coming out to the ring.
I didn't see that. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing that we skipped over that I wanted to talk about. We talked about Javon getting signed. I don't like that. I don't like him being on Raw.
Why not?
I just think that it should have been flipped. I think they should have called, because I just think they're gonna have him in the scrappy guy that loses a bunch. I think they just put him on there to be a body, which I don't like. The way they had it, the way they signed it, did on a commercial break. I just think since Oba vacated the title, I think Javon should have been the champion running with. I think he could have had another year in NXT and ran with the title. They should have brought up like a Ricky. Like Ricky, Ricky, he's hit his ceiling as far as what we know him to be. He could have been on Raw or All Ego. Like Javon could have used a year with the title, because I just don't think they're gonna have him doing anything besides being the scrappy guy that loses right now.
I think Javon probably beats Dom at WrestleMania.
I could possibly see that happening. I hope I'm wrong.
Saying it out loud now, I think Dom versus Javon might be a feud for the next like 5 years that we're gonna enjoy, like a rivalry, not a feud. I'm sorry, but like a rivalry of them always fucking coming back to each other.
I don't know. I feel like Javon, or you could even put it on Leon Slade. I think NXT has a real problem right now with their men's division now that Trick and Oba left. Like, who do they, and Javon, who do they really have?
I don't think they care because I think NXT is all
That's
about the
terrible.
women.
That's terrible. They don't.
What?
You got. You said they don't. I agree with you, but that's still terrible that they don't care about the men's division.
I don't mean they don't care like they don't care. I mean, I don't think they're focused on that. I think they're looking at it like we got a fucking dope women's division now. Let's get this shit cracking. Like, yeah, we're losing Oba, we're losing Trick, we're losing Javon. But we got all these women down here. We got Lola Vice, we got Sol Ruka. Yeah, Jordan Grace is gone. Which, shockingly, I can't believe how many title matches she lost. Like, I thought she was going to run through NXT.
Yeah, me too. I just would, if I had a pencil, I just would have traded. I would have had it be Ricky instead of Javon. Have Javon, be that champion that people love down there. But their cupboard is pretty bare. You got Ricky, and then who else? You got All Ego with a mid card title. I don't know. It just looks like a mess up.
So, I'm 43. I'm an older wrestling fan. I'm a body guy wrestling fan. Like, I like my heavyweights to be heavyweights. I just don't see Ricky Starks being like a main eventer in the main roster.
I don't see him being a main eventer too, but he could be a good hand. You need, with Raw being 2.5 and SmackDown being 3 hours, you need good hand.
But I could see Javon being more important, so to say, than Ricky when he gets to the main roster. I could see Javon being the main event. He may not win the world title, but I could see him getting world title shots and it being believable.
That's why I think him running with the NXT title for this year wouldn't hurt. You still got eyes on you. You're the face of CW. And then what's another year would hurt him being down there? Him running with a championship.
Shit, his bank account.
I don't care what he's making.
You might not, but he do. He getting that he getting that Netflix money now, nigga. He don't give a fuck about NXT. I ain't never coming back to the hood.
I'm just, you're right. Like next Friday, I went and never came back. Uncle Elroy. Yeah, but we saw but look what happened with Trick. People were saying last year Trick should have been up. He did that TNA run. Now look at him. I think that's what Javon could have used as well, but I might be wrong. I'm hoping they don't misuse him just because he's so young. He's 21. I'm just hoping that, and like you said, you got all these old wrestlers like WWE you don't want to let go, still wanting to do their thing at the top. So I just hope he doesn't get lost in the shuffle. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. I hope he doesn't either. And like I said, I think his ceiling is main event. I don't know about world title. I wouldn't be mad at it, but everything I know about Triple H and his booking, I don't see him putting the main title on Oba Evans. He barely put it on Jey Uso, who's been a soldier for 20 years now. So I don't see that, but I do see him, like I said, him and Dominic Mysterio going back and forth for the next 5-10 years. Like, to me, that's a rivalry that's going to get started sooner than later, or at least I would. And you can just always have these guys come back to each other. They could start a fucking 4-month feud right now through WrestleMania, go away, and in 7 months end up fucking knocking heads again, and then 8 months after that end up running into each other again. I think these two guys can start a rivalry of like, how old is Dom? What is Dom, like 28?
He's born, I want to say, in 97. So yeah, he's 28.
Yeah, you got fucking 15, 20 years of these guys if they're both there.
And healthy, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that rivalry.
And they're both about the same build, too. So nobody's like, like one thing about Oba Evans winning NXT titles, I never believed he could beat Oba.
Exactly. So that Oba vacated, I thought it would have been a perfect opportunity for him to have it. Now that Oba vacated it, but
But doesn't that make him look worse though? That he couldn't beat the guy that was
man, look,
unbeatable, but Ricky Starks
somebody's
beat
got to
him?
win it. Somebody's got to win it now that it's vacated. So
And I agree with you. I don't think Ricky Saints beating Oba should have been the thing. I think Javon should have beat him.
yeah,
If they were gonna have an underdog beat him, I think Javon would have been the guy.
I thought he was gonna be the one to do it too, but pull the trigger with Ricky just to have him lose it right back again. So I don't know. The men's, like you said, they're focusing more so on the women, which I'm not mad at, but you still do have to have somewhat of a men's division. Like I want to say, Hank and Tank came out there when Ricky was talking and everybody came out like what are we doing here? HBK, he's got his work cut out for him.
Speaking of what we're doing here, EJ, can we talk about Mercedes Monday?
The crash out continues. I'm glad I watched Collision too, but yeah,
I
she
haven't
came
seen
out.
it yet.
Oh man, well
I saw there was a good vignette of her though.
So you saw the vignette?
No, I read online that she had a good vignette on Collision.
Well, that ties everything together.
You can spoil it. It's fine. I'll watch it later.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think about her coming out and crashing the celebration of Willow Nightingale?
You know, I feel like people put a reputation on somebody and they say they're always trying to look good for themselves. They never put anybody over, the whole nine. I feel like this was a perfect example of her putting other people over, using how much of a star she is to make other people look good. She doesn't have to come out there and get fucking power bombed into a goddamn celebration cake.
It was hilarious, though. I get what you're saying.
It was fun. That's what I'm saying. She is using her star power to get other people over, and wrestling fans are so goddamn stupid they don't even recognize it.
People are complaining about it.
They're complaining about her. They have been complaining about her.
I know she gets hate, but we're like people saying like, oh, she's belittling herself with this. That's what they're saying.
No, I'm saying people complain about her all the time. Like when she was winning all the titles, she's just burying everybody. She's doing all this for herself. She built herself up, so now she can bring everybody else up with her, which is what she's doing with Willow and Statlander, getting thrown through a fucking birthday cake.
I mean, she's a team player. She's doing what she's got to do. Like, those are just people that aren't gonna like her, whatever she does. The people that complain on the internet,
Stupid.
you can't
wrestling fans.
Yeah, exactly. Neckbeards that probably haven't
And
stepped
racist.
a woman in the and racist. So she's doing exactly what she needs to do, and that's getting talent over. And that was like more of like a WWE style type of promo with the birthday cake, but it was hilarious. I thought it was done very well. So yeah, man, hats off to Mercedes. She's cooking. And what you didn't see, the vignette, I thought that was really good too. She basically said, "Deuces, I'm out." She said she'd leave. She said she's taking her bag and going home.
Yeah, I saw people talking about that. I think it's just a little vacation. Some shit Moxley should have did like a year and a half ago.
But I think when she comes back, that world title as good as gone. Statlander.
Right. It's a wrap. All in wherever they're going. London. That's Mercedes Moné night. They might be the fucking main event.
Yeah. I don't think a woman has a main event in a pay-per-view yet in AEW, so this is the perfect opportunity to do it.
Who in the women's division could she wrestle for the main event of All In?
I don't think anybody, if it's besides Tony, but you already did that. That's a good question.
Could you build up Megan Bain?
I was thinking that, but two heels, you could pull it off.
Well, when Mercedes comes back, she could be doing a comeback story as a babyface.
You think fans just like the hater? I'm all for it, but would fans actually cheer? I think Ricochet is in that point too, where I don't know if he could go back babyface because fans like to
He's too
get on him
fucking
so
good as
much.
a heel, though.
Yeah,
He's too
and
fucking
same with
good.
like a Wheeler Yuta. I don't see how you could get Wheeler Yuta cheered at this point. Um, yeah, like you could do like a Megan Bain if you were to turn her face, but I'm just thinking of what babyface is, and it's nobody really you could do it with
Could you do
unless you.
Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes as the main event?
I would buy that.
As the main event, though, of All In, their WrestleMania.
Mm. Yeah, it depends on yeah, it depends if you could build Jamie Hayter between now and then. Because once once Jamie Hayter heats up, fans really take a liking to her, and it's
Right.
over there. Isn't she from over there too?
Mm-hmm. She's from the
I think you
UK.
could pull that off. I think you could pull that off. Yeah, I could see a Jamie Hayter.
What about running back with Tony Storm? You think that could be main event? It should have been the first time, I thought.
Now that I mentioned, even though it would be a rematch, they didn't main event like when they were there last year, so you could run it back as a main event. You could definitely do that easily, and then have Sasha or Mercedes win this time.
Willow?
I would, that's, I don't know. I
With
don't know.
the library of great matches that they have already, I think you could get away with that being the main event.
Yeah, you could get away with it, but probably only those three: Tony, Jamie, and Willow. At one point,
And Megan Bain. So it's four.
Megan, one point in time, it could have been a Thunder Rosa, but and then Britt Baker, but those days are over.
What if they brought
Oh
in
my!
somebody?
Wow. I'm watching that. Looks like the Buffalo Bills might put one out on the Jaguars. Sorry to interrupt.
Put one out like what?
What's that?
Who's winning?
Bills just went up 26-24. They just scored a touchdown. A minute left in the fourth quarter. They're about to kick the extra point to go up 3 point.
No. Hold on, I gotta look at my parlays real quick.
Oh, you put money on. Man, Tony
So I had
Khan
a
is.
free. This is not wrestling talk, but y'all gonna hear it anyway. I had a free bet on the site that I'm on to do up to $250 for your first bet. So I bet $50 on Jacksonville. I'm sorry, not Jacksonville. Carolina and Chicago, and Carolina fucked me over. I would have won $500.
You ain't believe in the Rams, huh?
I did. It was a free bet. So I was thinking, fuck, it'd be cool if Carolina won.
I mean, if you're so- if you sorry, I'm getting distracted by this game. They called back the touchdown. Jacksonville only
Yes.
has one time. Jacksonville only has one timeout. So if you're Buffalo, you could technically kneel it and just hope you get it in the end zone and waste their timeout. But that would be kind of stupid if you don't get in the end zone. So
Right. So my 4-team parlay, I got Jacksonville winning, San Francisco +6, Chargers +3.5, Houston -3. My 3-team parlay, I got Chicago +2, which I've won already. San Francisco +6, Houston -3. And then my 6-team parlay is Carolina +16, 1. Chicago +7.5, 1. Jacksonville +4.5. San Francisco +12, New England +2, Houston +3. So
as
it's
a
looking pretty good for your boy.
as a as like non-divisional teams that we hate, how happy were you when Green Bay lost last night?
I hate the Packers.
Yeah, I hate them and the Niners as far as like non-division.
Yeah, they've been a thorn in our asses for years as Cowboys fans. So to see them lose is great. I honestly think if it comes down to Seattle and the Rams, I'd be fine with either one of them winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, for some reason, the Rams are like a likable team.
I would actually love it if Seattle won just because DeMarcus Lawrence left Dallas, went to Seattle, and was like, I wasn't going to win a Super Bowl in Dallas. And if he goes and wins one in Seattle the fucking next year, I would love it. Just because.
Poetic justice. Yeah, how nervous you think Tony Khan is a minute his team down? He's probably doing, how many bumps you think he's doing in that suite?
Come on, EJ. How many cups of coffee do I think he's drinking? A lot. Okay. How many bumps? Jesus Christ. We trying to get Tony Khan to get an interview, and you calling him the snowman.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Coffee.
Jeezy the snowman.
Get it? Jeezy the snowman.
What else we got left on the docket before we get up out of here?
The Don Callis family keeps adding members and members. Added 2 more members this past Dynamite.
And I don't really care to talk about him because I don't. Jake something. Who gives a fuck?
I thought he was underutilized in TNA, but the lights went out. Your boy Andrade said he's back.
This nigga.
All you
you can't get rid of this motherfucker. He's like a cockroach. Not that I want to, because I like Andrade, but it's like every time somebody thinks like, all right, we finally got this motherfucker under control. He's like, surprise! Here I am in AEW.
But the rumors were that he got fired for cause at WWE and he had to sit out a year. So what happened with that?
Who knows? He's Andrade. The rules don't apply to him.
Because we didn't talk about it last week. He did pop up at Wrestle Kingdom. So maybe that should have been a clue that he's about to pop back up at AEW.
Yeah, but that's not...
It's not North America. So,
yeah.
You know, or in the United
What I'm looking
States.
at says the Bills are up 27-24, 54 seconds.
Yeah,
left.
it's a minute left, and either the Jags could tie it or have the go-ahead touchdown.
Shit.
No timeouts, though.
They ain't got no timeout. Oh, my God. They're in trouble. Come on, Tony.
He said, come on, Tony. Like he's out there running quarterback.
Give him some Coke.
But
Coffee.
But before we get out of here, what do you see? I think he's gonna be in the same place, but do you see Andrade being in the world title mix this time? Oh, it's game over.
Shit.
Trevor Lawrence just threw a pick.
No.
Lawrence just threw a pick. Game
No.
over. And I thought this would have been Jacksonville's actually year to make a run. And Clemson quarterbacks do what Clemson quarterbacks do best.
You know who better make a run?
Mm.
Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah.
You got no Burrow. You got no Mahomes. You got, no Lamar Jackson. And now you got Trevor Lawrence out of there. You better go to the fucking Super Bowl. It's wide fucking open for you.
And I was hoping like Jacksonville was gonna be like my underdog, who I thought could go far in it. I don't like the Pats. I don't like the Bills. The Broncos are Who else is left? I don't like Aaron Rodgers. Man, I don't like anybody in the AFC right now. I don't like Aaron Rodgers.
AFC's trash.
Who else? The Texans? Maybe they'll be like my underdog team. Go ahead, Texans. Go on a run.
I wanted Carolina to go on a run just because I like Bryce.
You like Bryce? I don't. You know how I feel about small quarterbacks. I'm not a fan.
Damn. Jaguars just fucked me.
What I was about to say, but do you see like Andrade actually fighting for a title? Because I just think he's a curmudgeon that just doesn't like satisfy whoever he's at. I don't see him being like a main event guy, but I think he has a better chance of fighting for a world title in AEW than he would be in WWE.
I don't see any North American besides TNA making Andrade the guy.
Yeah, same.
You can't trust him.
That's true. Whenever he doesn't get his way, he gets mad. I could see him being a CMLL champion.
This nigga will leave you so quickly. Like, you don't make his lunch 2 days in a row. He's with your sister. The next day. Like, Monday and Tuesday, you forget to make his lunch. By Wednesday, he's fucking your sister. That's Andrade.
Dang. Can't disagree with that. Could you see him being like a continental champion? Moxley's belt.
I could see him getting one of the lower tier titles. TNT champion, maybe.
But I was saying too, can you see him getting, because Claudio has it right now, the CMLL world title, you can't see Andrade getting that.
Oh, I could definitely see him getting that.
Yeah. I think that'd be a perfect place for him. Maybe even beat Claudio for it. Have a little Death Riders, Don Callis feud. I won't be mad at that. But hopefully get his shit together.
Let's see, what else we got left? Street Clothes Wrestler of the Week.
Oh, man. I'm going to give it, even though I didn't think of her, I'm going to give it to Mercedes. Didn't she come down with like the funeral outfit?
Oh, my
with
God.
The veil on?
The big church hat.
Yeah, with the church hat.
If she would have been in all black, that would have been perfect. But I think she wore white just to get the cake all over her.
Yeah, so that's my Street Clothes Wrestler of the Week, Mercedes Moné.
I was going to go with Ava, but she's not a wrestler. But I'm not mad at what she was wearing on NXT. Sorry, Rock.
That'd be dope if The Rock was listening to this.
It'd be dope if he came on here.
That too.
I got a lot of questions I'd love to ask The Rock.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Don't we all?
Just putting it out there, wouldn't that be great though? If we could get a fucking interview with The Rock, like I literally have like 10, maybe 20 questions I would love to fucking ask him. And I feel like I would only get to 3 of them because he would answer one and it would take us in a whole nother direction. And I'd end up having questions off of his answer.
It would. And then like, by the time you had the second question to answer, his people are waving him off. That's all I got. That's all the time I got.
Especially after I'm like, nigga, did you really only have $7 in your pocket? Like, your dad was a pro wrestler. You a goddamn lie. I'm so sick of hearing you talk about these fucking $7 in your pocket.
Oh shit! Now he definitely ain't coming out here. Question his integrity. Oh man!
I've heard this motherfucker tell that story. I only had $7 in my pocket 74 times. You're a goddamn lie.
He probably did technically, but you know, he probably was chilling with a young lady who was probably giving him money, man. He's a good looking guy. He probably was sleeping on somebody's couch or had
with
somebody
that fucking pineapple haircut he had back then.
Exactly. Come on. That's not the whole extent to the story. It's a caveat to it.
Right. I'd want to know the truth.
Yeah.
And like you said, his people would be waving him off like, we can't talk to these niggas, Rock. Come on, let's see that. They want to know too much. Just tell them that $7 story again. Get the fuck on.
You know, he named his company after that. The fact that he had $7.
Yeah.
$7 studios.
Fuck out of here. $7. You know, Oprah, when I was coming up in Hawaii, he always puts the emphasis on Hawaii when he talks about it. Like, that's not how you used to talk in the 90s when I used to watch you.
The question I was about to say, the question I would ask them is going into Royal Rumble 99, did you really get your titties worked on?
Yeah, he did. That's why he was wearing a fucking t-shirt.
So he said it in an interview before?
He hasn't said, everybody else did. And if you look at the fucking timeline, he was wearing that fucking sweatsuit for like 4 months.
So exactly. That's why I'll ask him. Like you said, we finally get questions that.
I feel like that's kind of disrespectful, EJ.
How's that disrespectful? But you questioning how much money he had.
Asking this man about his titties. Get out of here. What are we doing here, EJ? We're trying to get The Rock to talk to us, and you want to fucking disrespect the man.
The people want to know. That's always been, like you said, people have been talking about that forever.
The people want to know. You're the people's champ. Let the people know.
Exactly.
Why your Under Armour shit cost so much?
All right, now we're just getting into.
I buy Under Armour all the time. That shit ain't never $75 for a pair of shorts unless it says Project Rock on it. I want to know why it costs so much. Is it gonna help me squat more?
Maybe like, sorry, my connection's getting a little bit. Waving them off. Yeah. Probably best that I guess we don't get the Rock interview. I don't think he will answer any.
Is Ava actually taken? Because I know a guy.
She's not. She doesn't play for our team, man.
Hey, you don't know that.
You never know. Everybody's these kids nowadays are fluid, so you never know.
Wait, she's a kid? How old is she?
She's like Gen Z. I think she's like born in 01, 02, something like that.
25?
Yeah, something like that.
Am I allowed to think she's attractive? I don't like the fact that I have to think about that. So no, never mind.
Yeah, you were already knocking chicks down by the time she was born. So if you got,
I mean,
you already graduated from high school.
I was real close to knocking chicks down when my girlfriend was born, but
that's weird to think about. But yeah, she was born after you graduated. When did you graduate? You graduated high school 01, right?
01.
Yeah, so she was born when you graduated. So that is a little weird, but
my girlfriend's 11 years younger than me.
That's not that bad.
When you get older, it's not. When you're like 30 and she's 19.
But you didn't meet her when you were 30, so
I didn't. No,
exactly.
In my 40s.
So it's a moot point.
I'm just saying, the older you get, the better it sounds.
Exactly.
That's what Epstein told me when I was on his island.
Oh, jeez. All right, it's time to wrap this up. We got anything else before we get out of here?
I hope I get several text messages about that joke after the show. No, I don't have anything else. What you got, EJ?
Hey, man. Let's keep running up these subs, man. We, like you said,
Street Clothes Rest of the Week, Fallon Henley.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Fallon. What she have on? I can't even remember.
Cowboy
you got a
boots.
better memory than me. Yeah. I'd like to see her get some type of
me
run
too.
Outside of the speed championship. Like, let her cook HBK.
She's mad.
Yeah,
she might be younger than The Rock's daughter.
I don't think so. I think she was born in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. She's been through a few phases down there in NXT. Remember, she's running with Brooks and Jensen for a while.
I remember she was running with Kiana James, and I thought Kiana James was the hotter of the two. And now I can't even like look at myself in the mirror thinking that.
I don't remember them running. Was that when she first turned heel? Maybe
they won tag team titles together.
Oh yeah, when they did the Odd Couples thing. Yeah. I remember now. She made her like do like the horses, like do the horse stables and stuff.
Also, going back to what I just said, I don't mean that in any kind of like disrespect to Kiana James looks phenomenal, but Fallon Henley might be one of like the best looking wrestlers going right now.
Fallon Henley is older than what both of us done. She's 31.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, people that listen in couldn't read your lips. I even couldn't read your lips this time.
What a fun episode.
Good times. But
yeah, like I said, it's this fucking WWE slamming blueberry. 2 sips of that shit it got you talking crazy on a podcast.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it. Looks like it tastes like cough syrup for some reason.
Man, this shit is gross, EJ. Don't. If they sell it for 50 cents, save your money.
Man, gotta ask me twice.
Buy a bus ticket. This shit is disgusting. Like I literally, at least the other one I could stomach. This one I took 2 sips of, and it was, again, it tastes like fucking now laters and ink.
Doesn't sound too appealing to me.
Anything you want to say if we get up out of here?
Oh, I forgot before we had the final tally for our NFL picks for the 2025 season. Hey man, we put the people through this the past 18 weeks. We gotta. So overall, Chris Rucker went 162 and 107,
That's not bad.
and EJ Reed went 178 and 91. So for the third year in a row, I'm champion of the picks.
You don't have to rub it in. It's because I bet on the Cowboys too much.
I learned my lesson, but we were going to do playoff picks, but I guess it's too late. The playoff game already started. They just won. I don't even know what to say to that. They just won. That's my NFC champion prediction. I say Seahawks. Man, like I said, I don't like anybody left in the AFC. I was hoping Jacksonville going around. Who's the third seed? They just lost. Jacksonville. Who's the fourth? I'll do the easy picks. Seattle versus Broncos. Rematch from 2013.
I'm going to go Rams versus Texans.
Oh, that'd be dope. I wish that would be the Super Bowl, but I don't know. For some reason, I'm not as good as I think the Rams' offense is. Their defense leaves a lot left to be desired. I don't like their defense. But
how about that fucking throw from Caleb Williams last night?
Which one?
On fourth down at the end of the game, when they need, like, if they don't convert, they lose. And he rolls out to the right and fucking throws it going left across his body. Like, I'm not a Caleb Williams fan, but that was a fucking throw.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta let the young players develop, because I was a victim of it. I'm like, Jaden Daniels is a whole lot better than Williams, because they always be compared because they went 1 and 2. But Williams proving me wrong. They might be neck and neck, man, because like you said, that was a hell of a throw. And Daniels had a injury-prone season as good as the rookie season he had. So they might be each other's Brady and Manning. They might have that little rivalry.
Lil Wayne tweeted, because he's a Green Bay fan.
Mm-hmm. This guy, how much lean he drinks.
He said, "We just lost to a nigga wearing fingernail polish. We cooked."
I know he ain't talking as much weird stuff he's done over the years. I want to say he's wearing fingernail polish. His boy Drake does. That's fun. That's hilarious.
Oh my god! He said we lost to a nigga wearing fingernail polish. We ain't shit.
He tweeted that out for real?
Yeah, I retweeted it and laughed. Got my AI glasses, EJ transition glasses also.
I thought those were like legitimate reading glasses. That's what's up.
You can get them as reading glasses. You can get the prescription. So for people out there, if you have, what is it, HSA or whatever, where you can save money and pay for shit, you can buy AI glasses with the prescription in them, with your HSA stuff. But I love them.
Expensive?
They're not bad. The voice that I have is a John Cena voice. There's only like 6 voices, and John Cena was one of them. So when I ask the glasses to tell me something, John Cena tells me.
What all can those AI glasses do? I've heard.
Take pictures, take videos, translate in real time, different languages and shit like that. Play music. So right back here is a speaker that goes into your ear. It's not loud everywhere else, but it goes into your ears if you're wearing headphones, which is pretty dope. Yeah, I can do a lot of shit. Recognize shit that's in front of you. You're walking around, you see a flower, you don't know what the fuck it is. You can ask it like, "Hey, what's that?" And it'll tell you what kind of flower it is or what's in front of you. It's pretty cool, but it's also like something you don't need if you don't need it. But I like it. I wear headphones a lot during work, so I'm going to wear these. These are transition glasses because I'm outside, so I'll have sunglasses on most times. Listen to my podcasts.
When do you think they're going to invent it where they're contact lenses? I think that'd probably be the next evolution or something like that.
I don't know, but these aren't as expensive as the ones I'm about to tell you about. They have one now where in the lens, it like translate shit, and you can have closed caption when you're talking to somebody in your lens now. Or
Really?
like when you get a text message and it's a picture, it can take over the lens right there. And then it comes with a little bracelet, and you do certain shit with your hands, and it controls what's happening here. Like, it's wild what they do now, but that was way out of my price range.
But it's like thousands probably.
Close. Not quite 1,000, but close. Way more than I was willing to pay.
For some reason, I might eventually be won over, but for some reason I feel like you said some people don't need it. I don't know what I would use it for. I think it would just collect dust. I like use it for like a month and then I get over it. Cause that's kind of what happened with my what you call it, my Oculus. Like sometimes I get like in moods where I want to use it, but a lot of times it's collecting dust. Like I go on like kicks of it.
I think that's where I am with these. Like I got 2.5 weeks before I got to decide if I'm gonna keep them or not, before I send them back with a full refund. And I don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's a cool thing to have, but am I actually gonna use it? And is it worth the money that I'm gonna pay for it?
Yeah. I guess like you said, this is a crucial 2 weeks to see if you're all in on them.
Yeah. Summertime, I probably use them a lot more because I wear sunglasses all day at work.
Exactly, yeah.
And it'd be cool to, excuse me, have the Bluetooth features and the whole nine. And then when I come inside, I don't have to take my glasses off. They just make me look like a nerd.
Hey, man. Technology, man. Mind-blowing at times.
But when you do take a picture, here's the thing. Watch this.
Oh.
The little flash goes
flash.
off. Yeah. So people can know that you're taking a picture of them or a video. If I take a video, the flash just keeps on going.
Hey, they're trying to prevent people from being creepy. How dare they?
Yeah, that's the point of it. There
should be more cool.
But there are glasses on like TikTok and shit that don't have that. And it's like, you don't want to have the flash on there? And people are like, why you being a pervert? Like, you're just trying to wear these to the gym and film all the fucking muscle mummies around?
If you're in public, then there's a chance that's the risk you take from being in public. People taking pictures. So I'm all for it being creepy if you have this technology.
I thought you'd be all for the light. You're all for getting one without the light?
Yeah. Haven't you been in a place where not even being creepy on some girl stuff, but it's like a funny dude that you want to look like somebody and you want to take a picture without being known? Hey, you're in public anyway. It's surveillance cameras everywhere we go anyway.
I think that's frowned upon to just take pictures of people.
You're in public. That's the risk you take. Now, if you want to use it to put it online, that's frowned upon because you got to get people's consent for you to post it.
Then what's the point of taking the picture if you're not going to put it online?
For your own private consumption of it. It's been times where like you see somebody that look, hey, you look like my friend I knew from back in the day. You want to take a picture just to show, hey, this person looks like you. I've been in situations like that.
I guess. I see.
But you said there are glasses that don't have the flash on, so apparently
I don't have those. I have these that literally flash. And if I take a video, it just keeps flashing. So I'm taking a video now. John Cena's telling me that I'm taking a video.
What if you're in public and somebody's like, why is your glasses flashing?
Because I'm filming, nigga.
That'd be an awkward combo.
Better get your ass out the way. Get out my view. Bitch ass nigga, move. Let's get out of here, EJ. Anything else you got to say before we get up out of here?
Like I said, shout out to everybody that's following us on all platforms, and make sure to tell a friend to subscribe to the YouTube.
YouTube and TikTok. Those are our two big platforms to follow us on. Please do the YouTube and the TikTok if you have one. shout out to EJ for always keeping the TikToks going. Really good TikTok and YouTube shorts that we have lately. Posts from the show that are really good. So appreciate you for doing that. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So for EJ Reed, I'm Chris Rucker. This has been another episode of Boot to the Face. We'll see you next week. Peace.